Welcome to our tutorial. Today we're gonna show you Selenium, which is a package useful to do dynamic web scraping, which is basically a way to download data from websites automatically. So what we should do to start out our Selenium package, we firstly show you how you can take your documentation from. You basically go to selenium.dev, which is the basic website where you can find all the information about Selenium. You click documentation, and here you have all the overview of the things you need to set up Selenium. The most important thing before going to the code is to install your browser driver, because you have basically to automate a driver that will be automatically downloading your data for you. Here you can find all the references to download the different browser drivers in order to then use Selenium to scrape them. We suggest Firefox, which is very kind and is more useful and more usable for Selenium to work, because for example Chrome puts much more obstacles to scraping tools. So for this tutorial we download Firefox. Now we will show you how we did our dynamic web scraping in our code.
Exactly. So here you can see our code, and just to say it up front, we will go through the code now, and then later we will run it automatically, because that's what Selenium is actually used for, to automate the process. So in the first department of our code, you can see that we installed different packages. They have different uses, but the most important thing is of course the WebDriver and the keys, because the keys actually put they make the Python code accessible to the website we are scraping. Yeah. So first of all, we set up our driver. We use Firefox, as Laura already explained to you. Then we tell the driver to get the website we want to scrape. Today it's going to be Instagram, because we want to open up a collection of different pictures. Another line of code that you will see quite often in our code is the sleep command, and this sleep command basically tells our code in Python to make a small break, because Python executes the code so fast that there can be problems with the internet connections or the connection of the driver to the website, and so to make everything run smoothly, we give it some time to settle. Exactly. So another important part of Selenium is that you shouldn't run into unexpected pop-up banners or notifications or something like that, and you can see an example here. So when you visit a new website, of course you get the cookie banner and you have to do something about it. And here we tell Instagram or Selenium or whatever the interaction is to click on the cookie banner and to click on a specific element. We connect it here with by its XPath. You can also use CSS feed or something like that, but we decided to stay with XPath. And then Selenium will basically automatically click on this element you chose. We will also be asked for input in our script. Exactly, and that's something that we don't really need to explain, I think, because we will see it in our automatic example how it will work. But what you can see, that every time we need to give input somewhere, or when we need to click anything, we always had to extract the XPath for this respective element. It's gonna get interesting again when we interact with the web page, basically. So here we scrolled from the first 1,000 pixels on the website. The input we have to give here basically is the x dimension, so the horizontal dimension, comma the y dimension, the vertical dimension, and because we don't want to scroll to the side later, only to the bottom, we put 0, 1000. And then we actually want to find elements, which are images, and save them in a folder on our computer. And for that we use the for loop to save the images and actually already automatically give them a name and everything. And in the end we make our driver quit Firefox, and then we are done.
Okay, so now we're gonna get in the very practice of it. So we're gonna basically show you how the Selenium package is able to automatically scrape whatever you want him to do. So we will show you this through the code that we just explained, but running it directly on the terminal. So we're running it, and basically it automatically opens the page that we selected, which is Instagram. It automatically accepts the cookies, and it should ask for our username and the password. That you will not see thanks to the getPass package that we uploaded before. Now it will get automatically into Instagram. Accept the notification and automatically look for the word that we specified, which is amatriciana, which is a very famous kind of pasta in Rome. It will look for the hashtag amatriciana, and it will start to download all the photos. Here in the terminal you will see the number of photos that he will download, that we also can see here in the folder amatriciana. So here you have downloaded all the photos from Instagram of your fantastic amatriciana pasta.
Hello. We have some more time, so we will just show you another example of what can be done with Selenium. We will run another simple code. Many things are very similar to what we have already used before. This time we will navigate to YouTube, and what is different is that we will use the CSS selector to find the elements. So before we use the function driver.findElement by XPath, and now you see it's by CSS selector. And just for you to know, you can also use the ID or the class. Like before, we will click on the cookies, so on the element which we created for the cookies, and yeah, and then we will go to the search bar, and we will type something into the search bar. You can see that we always have time to sleep, just to make sure that we give enough time to navigate through the page. And what is new is that we will go back and forward. So yeah, this is the code, and it's ready to run. One thing that we haven't mentioned, but it's crucial, is that Selenium needs a lot of debugging, especially because it's dynamic, so the paths to the elements might change. So it might be that you have a code which is running, and if you run it the day after, or also just a couple of hours later, then you get errors because the elements cannot be found. That's because the path has changed, so you just need to be patient and change the path. And yeah, so we have debugged already many times, so now it should work. And let's see. Okay, now we should be able to run it. Okay, and yeah, in general this might take some time, also because we put a lot of seconds of sleep time. Okay, now we are on YouTube, and the first thing will be accepting the cookies, and this is the Italian YouTube. And now we will go to the search bar. You will see that we will first click on it and then we will type something into it. And there we go. Okay, and now we will go back and forward. Okay, and now we are almost at the end, but we have something else for you. Yeah, and we just put some sleep time, 20 seconds, which should be enough. Yes.
My name is Andre, and I just wanted to say thank you for listening. The response to think about things has been overwhelming. Stay healthy, stay fabulous. You guys are beautiful. Never forget that.
Okay, and now this is the real end of the presentation, and we are looking forward to your questions. Thank you!